Elevate TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
A very good evening to you, my dear viewer, and welcome to Sister Talk. And today we are having a very interesting topic where we are going to be talking about beauty and hair. And in life, nobody wants to not look good. I must say that. And if you find one, it's because maybe there is a problem or there are certain limitations that make them not to look good. In the show today, we have two wonderful guests that have dealt with the hair and beauty for quite a long time. And this show is unique because we are not just having ladies, but we also have a gentleman. And so we have in the show today, Claire Madada, and we have Anthony, and he's gonna be introducing himself, Anthony Gundi. I think that's how we pronounce the name. And he's gonna tell us a bit about himself. But like they say, ladies first. Some people say men before. So let's hear from you, Claire. Tell us a bit about yourself when you began, when you got into this business.
Okay, my name is Claire Madada. Right now it's like 9 years when I'm in this industry. Yeah, I used to work for some people. So right now I'm working, I'm my
Self-employed.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm self-employed.
And that's a way to go, definitely. You can't be employed forever.
No.
That's commendable.
Okay.
The gentleman in the show, that's a sister's show, but we are glad to have you on the show today. Anthony, please tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, as Anne said, my name is Anthony Gundi. Yeah, I started this industry when I was in class 8. Yeah, where I used to go to get my hair done. I was interested, so I decided to ask my personal barber, if I want to do this, what can I do? When he says just easy, just focus, see what I'm doing, then you'll go. So when I was in class 8, I started barbering. I started shaving bald the kids who are going to school. Then the guy used to give me 10 bob.
You bought yourself a machine, Ama?
No. I used to go to that barber. So after he finishing barbering me, I tell him, now can I do it?
All right.
So he give me a little job there. I do it. I get 10 bob. 10 bob in that time, it was a good money.
Yes.
So I used to go and buy some mandazis, spoil my friends.
Yeah. In other words.
Yeah.
At an early age.
So yeah, and then I continued with the high school. I finished, joined to campus. Then I bought machine.
Awesome.
So I was shaving my fellow students. So when I was in campus, I was a baller. I used to have money.
Wow. So out of curiosity, what did you study?
Public relationship.
Oh, so you did PR.
Yeah.
And I think that's very helpful in the business you're in.
Yeah.
All right. So let's hear from Claire. When we talk about the hair industry, there's something about beauty and women. And because maybe that's why the Bible focuses so much on women. What attracted you to this? There are millions of careers you could have chosen. Why particularly did you choose the career on beauty?
Okay, I started plating nyasi at home while I'm 7 years. 7 years we used to plait those nyasi with my sister, my big sister. And she's my role model, by the way, ballet. So after that, I went to school. After class 8, I went to college to do hair and beauty. I started after finishing that hair and beauty in Polytechnic. So that's where I come to start doing this business. I opened my own salon, a small one. So I started there, nikasuka. After sometimes nika cross Nairobi. Kuja Nairobi nika work na.
Where were you before? What town was that?
I was in Busia.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Busia, Teso County.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you discovered by when you were 7 years old that
7 years old, I was
You were good at that.
Yeah.
Interesting. And the perception of most people is that the hair industry is for not even college dropouts, sorry. Nimeenda juu sana. Primary school dropouts. If someone did not do well for a long time. So how did you deal with that when especially maybe you shared with your friends, parents that you want to do hair and beauty? What was their reaction?
Like when you see, even my dad doesn't allow me to do this hair.
Till today?
He accepted me, I think it's 4 years ago. So mimi build hiyo passion ya kutengeneza nywele juu naonanga watu wakiwa warembo, especially ukitengeneza ukaifiti, kila mtu anakuadmire.
You find that satisfaction.
Yeah.
It's interesting because your perception, you cannot imagine for a long time it was in the past, but this seems more recent, and it's good that later you will tell us how, whether you overcame that, whether walikuja kukubali baadaye. But let's hear from Anthony. You've done PR in the university,
Yes.
but today you're dealing with, let's call it the hair industry,
Yeah.
because it's an industry.
Yeah, it's an industry.
Tell me one woman who is on the street na hajapitia salon, maybe because they are broke. So how did your parents deal with, not even parents, even friends, with that thing of ati umeenda kwa kinyozi? You know, it almost inaileta chini, yet it's not a chini industry. Yeah, how did you deal, or rather, what were their reactions?
Let's talk about the parents. You know, you have sent your kid to university, you expect more. Then you hear that, Mom, I want to do barbering, I want to do beauty. So my parents were a bit disappointed, but they could not show.
Oh.
Why? Because I was the only kid at that time.
Okay.
So it was, you can see to them, it's not, the way they accepted is not the way you are expecting.
Yeah.
But they can't tell you.
They never showed you that joy. Ilikuwa tu wamenyamazia.
Yes. So you can feel, but hakuna kitu ingine unaweza fanya.
Yeah.
So I accepted, but truly my parents they have been supportive. At the end of the day, walikuja wakaona, if this is what you want, then go for it.
Yes.
Then I went for it.
Okay.
I'm telling you, since I left campus, I've never get employed for what I did.
Wow.
Yes.
You sort of, in other words, what people consider public relations is not what you do on a daily basis.
It's not what
but
I do
the knowledge
on a daily
imekusaidia in one way or another.
In one way or another. Because on this type of job, in this type of industry we are, it needs a lot of patience with clients. Because anyone comes with the stress from home, stress from the kids, everywhere.
And we will definitely talk about that. We'll talk about the patience bit, because it has to be part of this hair industry, especially when you're dealing with people one-on-one. So Claire, what is the part of your work that gives you the most satisfaction when you wake up in the morning, going to work, and you've worked the whole day and now you're closing shop? What part of your work gives you the most joy? You look back and you're like, yes.
I do natural hair. I love natural hair, especially this African hair. Many people don't know how to deal with natural hair. Like unapata mtu anakuja kwa salon, nywele ni mob. Ukimwangalia unashtuka, unashinda utamake it. For me naionanga ikiwa so easy, cause niko na products ambao mimi hutumia. Vital Pro ni the best. Once usha moisturize hiyo nywele, umecomb, umeosha, ni hivyo, haitakusumbua tena.
Now, when someone goes home and they don't know how to do it for themselves, what happens? Or they have to keep coming back?
For my clients, I normally tell them before and after the service, utakuwa na go on wakiwa nyumbani, siwawachangi wakienda hivyo hivyo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not just about people coming, you make their hair, then they go, you also offer what they would call consultancy services. It's only that here they may not, sometimes people may not consider that as something they would pay for. But in other places they would say, you need to pay for the consultancy. But anyway, you give them information, Usu, after this, what you need to do.
Yes.
Anthony, when you're dealing with your clients, sometimes you deal with men, of course, cutting their hair. But on many occasions you deal with women when you're doing their dreadlocks. what would you say is, and you do also nails?
Yeah, I do also nails.
What gives you satisfaction as a beauty specialist? There are many terms you can use, but for now, let's call it that.
When I see client, I finish everything, and I see the smile in the client saying, thank you, I look nice. I feel satisfied.
Yes.
That the word thank you, I feel good, I feel great.
Yes.
You know, for us, when someone comes to you,
yeah,
you'll make him change you'll change him in a way.
Yeah.
Because the way he came in is not the way he's going out.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Like the way I'm going to cut hair, you came with the bush hair, I'm going to style that hair, you'll come out, everyone will be like, that's a nice haircut.
Yes.
You see? Even if you had stress at home and someone at the matatu says, hey, you have a nice haircut, you feel like, that's nice.
Yeah.
Then you are like, that's my barber, Anthony.
Yes.
Then when you come the next day, you tell me, hey, the haircut was nice. Everyone was commenting about it. I'm like, yeah, that's my work. I feel good when something like that happens.
And I think that cuts across even for anybody that's in the service industry. In fact, yes, we call it the service industry because you're offering direct service to clientele. If they are happy, then you're happy.
Yeah, I'm
so
happy.
That takes us to the next question, Claire. How do you deal with difficult clients? Because your job has a whole lot. Like they say, the good, the bad, and the other group that I don't want to mention. How do you deal with clients that are difficult?
Okay, for me, first of all, I normally observe my clients well. After kuobserve client, nitajua kama client anataka hii ama hataki hii.
And in this case, you're talking about the first-time clients, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. The first-time client, I normally do ask some 2 questions. Which kind of style do you like?
Yeah.
Because sijai kutengeneza.
Yeah.
So nikikuuliza hivyo nitajua nataka either kitu kwenda nyuma, side, mbele, hivyo. So nikishajua najua na kutengeneza this side. Hii style itaendana na wewe. Nikishamaliza kutengeneza nione amejam, nawaambia okay, sawa. Twende kwa ingine. Mimi nitatoa hiyo nywele, tutengeneze nyingine until afurahie.
Have you ever come across such an experience?
Yeah.
Wow. Because I'm thinking it takes time, it takes money, it takes effort. But why do you do that in terms of business-wise?
For this industry, mi usema, kwanza first of all, the client akikukujia, hiyo ni chance. Na ni by God's chance, client amekujia. Cause kama ni salon ziko mingi,
kabisa,
lakini amekujia kwa hiyo yako. So make sure ametoka hapo akiwa amefurahia. Ndio next time arudi. Na once amerudi, baada atakuletea referral. Yeah.
So there are times you face these difficult ones regardless of you have tried your best, but you can tell huyu ametoka nje na they may not come back. And some of these things are beyond your control. So let's hold on to that thought as we also hear from Anthony. Have you ever come across one? You don't need to mention the details, but how do you deal with the situation?
Yeah, I've overcome many difficult clients every time, every day, even yesterday.
Details withheld.
Yes, but as I told you, that this work of us needs patience.
Yeah.
Anyone comes with the stress, and if you bring your stress also there, then it will not going to work.
Yeah.
So clients comes, maybe we work on her or him, then he's not happy. So what do? You tell the client, do you have more time? We can
do
rectify.
this again.
Yeah. If the client doesn't have time, then what you do, you just cut the cost. You tell the client, you pay 50%, then the company or the management will deal with the other 50%.
Yeah.
And if you get time, please just come back. We rectify the mistake. Everyone make a mistake. No one is perfect.
Yeah.
So you just need to explain to the client. Then he will come down and you'll understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's wise, because even the most difficult client has a way of softening when you show them, fine, we admit our mistakes, we are wrong, and allow us, we are human also. But if you fight with the client, then that may bring...
make sense, because you are going to lose the client. The client will just go saying a lot of things.
There will be a bad ambassador to your business.
Yes. So what you need to calm down.
Yeah.
You need to calm down.
Yeah.
Explain to client. and at least at the end of the day, you'll come to the conclusion.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think that's where your PR skills come into play. And you're able to say, okay, if I was in this situation, this is how I would deal with it.
Yes.
So Claire, tell us, how do you stay updated with the current trends in the hair industry? Because in Kenya today, the hair industry is no longer, like we said at the beginning, an industry for school dropouts.
Yes.
It's a serious business.
True.
And that means you need to be updated. How do you keep yourself abreast with what's happening?
Most of the time when I'm free, just take myself either on YouTube or this app called Pinterest.
Yes.
In Pinterest, you can find there almost new things.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes on there. All right. And there's also YouTube videos, I believe.
Yeah.
You give yourself tutorials.
Yeah.
What about the nail technology? How do you keep yourself updated?
When clients come with a picture, say, can you do this?
Yeah.
Just tell the client, I cannot do it now, but give me some time, I'll do it.
That's a wise answer.
Yes. That's a challenge. So you need to work on that.
Yourself.
Yeah, you need to update on that.
Yeah.
Because if you're not going to do that, you're going to lose the client.
Yeah.
Because you will not going to remain with the same style you started 2002.
All right.
No, it's going to move on. So you need to be on social medias.
Yeah.
You need to communicate with other beauticians to understand what's next, what's coming.
What's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, both internationally and locally.
Yeah.
So how do you create a relationship with a client in the sense that many women have no problem being loyal to your salon if you are giving them good service? How do you ensure that they keep coming? They don't, unamona siku ya kwanza, you'll never see them again. Claire?
Hapo inakuanga challenge but ni make sure umefanya kazi yako perfect. Client ameridhika. Once ako kwa mirror anajiona ako sawa. Na client akisha kuambia ako sawa, definitely umefanya kazi poa.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are small things that I've noticed from my experience, just checking out businesses, not like I go to check out, but you know what I mean. There are places you go and they offer you like, would you like a cup of tea? Would you like a cup of coffee? That speaks volumes. It might cost them a little bit. If you don't do it, don't worry. But do you have those extras whenever a client walks in?
Yeah, I do. Especially like for me, I don't offer coffee, but I do buy. Yeah, you have a coffee shop behind there. I do buy. You have internet. Yeah, and then
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Maybe we can do a service like we are doing here. Let me do your eyebrows for free.
Okay. Yeah, they're called bonuses. And I think clients feel, I don't mind coming back again to this place.
True.
That's interesting. So what about a client who desires a haircut that doesn't suit their head? Unaangalia, and this one is to you, Anthony. Someone comes and tells you, do these lines, and clearly you can tell it's just like an outfit. Kuna nguo zingine, they don't look good on someone. So there are some haircuts that don't look good on particular people. Yes. But a client wants that one. How do you deal with that? Because that's a place you need wisdom on how to deal with that.
Okay. One, patient. Second, honesty. Be honest with the client. Honesty, as in, you are a beautician.
Yes.
You are a hairdresser.
Yeah.
I can see you and I can see the style that can suit you.
Yeah.
And you bring me a picture and I see your head and the style is not going to be a good style. So why continue doing this? At the end of the day, I know you will not like it. Because after I finish, you'll look yourself in the mirror. Then you're like, no, I don't like it. So I'm there to tell you what's good for you.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm controlling you or I'm commanding something. No, I'm just telling you what's good for you because I've been in this industry for long and I understand.
Yeah.
So I'll just try to explain to you in a polite way. You will understand.
Yeah.
And I will, at the end of the day, when you do another style and you'll see, you will come out good, then you'll be happy. At the end of the day, it's the client to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. There have been issues of conflicts of hairdressers within places like in a particular region whereby people have even really harmed each other because of business competition. How have you dealt with that, especially where someone client ametengezwa vizuri, they used to be going to that other place, then they move to your place, because these are the realities of life. Unless
competition is not even outside the salon. The competition also, you and your fellow workers, you can have that competition.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's say today it's my off day.
Yes.
My client comes in, then he finds Claire.
Okay.
Claire does her
a
hair.
better job than you do.
Then the next day, I'm seeing the client is coming, instead of talking to me, is going straight to the Claire.
And that brings war.
You see, that brings war.
Yeah.
So in this beauty, we usually say, when the client is in, we are okay.
All right.
But when the client moves out, we need to ask ourselves some questions.
Yes.
Why? And rectify the mistakes.
Yes. Mistakes like why they chose to go to the other person?
To the other place, because there's something.
Yeah.
A client cannot just wake up and just leave.
And maybe they have an event.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm hearing is, in any organization, there should be policies in place, and especially the hair industry, where if a client may come and find the one they are used to is not there, maybe they have an event.
Yes.
There should be that allowance for the client kutengezwa nywele na mtu mwingine.
Yeah.
Isn't that not so clear?
Like for me, mi hufanya ingia mapema, client wa kwanza ni wako. Like hakuna permanent client. Make sure umetengeneza client. Yeah. Your client atoke kama ako sawa.
Wow.
Then ni wamezoea. Nikikuja mapema tatengenezwa na either Becky, nitengenezwa na Helen na takuwa sawa.
Okay.
As long as niko hapo ndani wao wako sawa.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I like that policy because that way it even encourages people to get there mapema.
Yeah.
But in the era, in the era of COVID and all, what are some of the challenges you faced? Let's hear from Anthony. COVID came and business was really tough because people walikuwa wanaogopa.
Yeah. For me, time ya COVID, it hit me very well.
Yeah.
I had a kid, 3 months old.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit. You see, that time ndio ulikuwa umeshughulika in hospitals, nini bills, so you are okay, mtoto wako sawa, you are at home, wife is at home.
Yeah.
So you are there, then all of a sudden, first COVID hit. So we were supposed to close because the industry for us is a bit, crowdy.
Human contact, yeah.
So we had to close for 1 month.
Yeah.
And yet I've spent like half of my savings.
Yeah. On the baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm at home, the kid is here, the mother is here, so I need to feed them.
Yeah.
So what did I do? I check my phone, scroll and start calling my clients. We have closed, but I can do at home. I can work at home.
I can come where you are.
Yeah. And the client, they were very happy.
Yes.
So you can come where I am, at least that's a good nini.
Yeah.
So I used to go to clients' places, make them come back.
That's called thinking outside the box.
Yes. And I did that for like 2 months.
Yeah.
And I had food in the table.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like your quick thinking.
Yeah.
You had to think quickly.
That was the only way that I could come out
Thank
of that.
God for the wisdom he gave you. Claire, how did you survive the COVID season? Considering salons were the hotspots actually, and we were told hotspots, salons.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was tough. Ilibidi tufunge job.
Yes.
I think nilifunga for 3 weeks.
Yes.
Kuangalia venye kunaenda.
Yeah.
Na plus hiyo story ya salon unasikia. Nyinyi ndio wa kwanza unaangalia COVID watu wakikufa ile side like China. Unakuja unaona na wewe uko aje? Rudi chini. Tulifunga job tukakaa home after 3 weeks. Ndio tulikuwa bado tuna communicate na clients. So kile mimi nilikuwa nashinda nikipost nawaambia please 2 clients a day.
Okay.
Au 2 clients wakikam asubuhi na jioni, at least jo masaa ya kafi situpate. Nikishawashughulikia na gawana. Mwenye tuko na yeye job, at least mtu atoke na yake kidogo. Na pia mimi nibaki na yangu kidogo na pia tuweze kulipa rent. Yeah.
Wow, thank God. It's great. So thank you viewers for watching. I will be right back after the break. I believe you've been learning a bit about or a lot about the hair industry and the beauty industry. We'll be back.
Kenya is a nation. Nairobi is a nation that fights and eats and destroys its own.
People in Kenya are like Nigeria, where if they get money, they do well in promoting the kingdom of God first.
Wow.
Here,
Yes.
people, when they got a little bit higher,
Yeah.
or another car or another something,
Yes.
then they don't want to talk to those people even who prayed for them.
Let us reclaim the divine destiny, the divine allocation of this city.
Welcome back to Sister Talk. And today we are talking about beauty and the hair industry in this country. And we are grateful that this is an industry that has grown in leaps and bounds. In the past, the story was a bit different, but today we can proudly say, and especially those that are in the industry, they can proudly say that the industry is not what it used to be before. And in the show today, we have Claire Madada and we have Anthony Gundi. Is that right?
Yes.
And so as we come back, we are in the second session, and my question to you at this point, especially Claire, is how do you deal with children? Because parents bring their children to the, your place of business and they want their kids to look good, but sometimes children can be a bit difficult to handle. How do you deal with children?
Okay. Let me laugh because it's so tough.
Yes.
Especially mtoto amezoea simu
Oh my Lord.
na unashindwa utampea yako ama utampea mzazi. Mzazi amekutumia mtoto, amekuachia hapo, yeye ameenda job. Na mtoto ni wa kulia. So unashindwa, okay.
What age are we talking about?
From 2 years.
A 2-year-old in the salon?
Yeah, 2 years old.
Wow.
Unashinda na yeye hapo, mnacheza kidogo, mnabond. After kubond, ndio unapata okay, naweza mtengeneza. Once umeshika nywele, anajua tu blow dry. So, mimi nilikama up kustoria blow dry kwa watoi siwezi fanya. So, naosha hiyo nywele na iplate ikiwa hivyo wet na inatoka poa. Jumto yake anza kulia.
So there's something you've mentioned which caught my attention. Ya kwamba there are kids that their phone has become like the drug, so to speak. The experts of technology call it actually a drug. And nowadays it's like it's a drug that is being used on children so that they keep quiet, they behave, they stop being naughty. Is that, even though that's not our main topic, I'm saying that this has become a problem in the society. Kama phone inatumika ndio mtoto anyamaze in the salon.
Like ukitumia phone unamwekea cartoon.
Yes.
At least atamaliza ka 5 minutes akiwa na concentrate.
And that they not notice what you're doing.
Yeah. Ukianza unaweza simama kama unamsuka. Mnazunguka tu na umeshika. Umeshika hiyo nywele.
Of course at the end of the day you're thinking of the business parts.
You know, this thing is happening even in the houses. You find the parents watching TV, the mother is on the phone, the kid is on the phone. No one is talking in that house.
Yes.
So it's happening even in the houses.
Yeah.
So it is difficult to deal with kids. first, when the kid comes, you need to win the trust of that kid. You need to bond before you do anything. Yeah?
Okay.
You need to play with the kid. You need to ask the kid some question before you doing anything. Before you start plating or just shaving, you need to. You can take even an hour just to communicate with the kid. Ask where he goes to school or where she goes to school. Those things. What does she like? You come down to their level. Unless the kid gets the trust in you, then you can start.
You will have a difficult job.
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, I'm just looking at the whole psychology aspect of dealing with children, because many times people will think, oh, plating a child is easy. Kapale, let me wash your hair. But there's a bit of, connection you need to make with this child. And I think in the long run, what's the longest period you've had a child client and you've watched them grow and today they are teenagers? Maybe you started with them when they were small and now they are grown.
2 years. Right now, I have one that is 8 years.
So for 6 years, you've been their hairdresser?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we love each other.
That's interesting. So you build a relationship over time.
Yeah,
what about you in terms of barbering?
Yeah, I have many. Like I had one who was 7 years and now he's 13.
Whoa.
13 years.
So that's a loyal customer indeed.
That's a loyal customer. You cannot go anywhere.
So the dynamics of dreadlocks in the society today, you do dreadlocks, you also do dreadlocks. We have kids that would come and say, I want dreadlocks, but the parents would say, that's a no-go zone. We are not even discussing it. Have you ever had such situations?
Yeah, many times. Not even dreadlocks. A kid needs a color. I want to blonde the hair. The parent says no. So you are there in between the parents.
So how do you handle that?
You have to explain to the kid, tell him this is not the right time. You do this thing. For now, listen to your parents. Then it's good to go.
And then, of course, you're not the authority.
You're
the
not
person that has the final word.
But you need to show the kid that you are on her side for her or him to cooperate.
Now, what are some of the challenges, Claire, you faced in this industry over the years?
The challenges are many, especially maybe the power. Stima hakuna, client amekuja, anafaa kuenda mahali, maybe interview, na anataka kutengenezwa, hakuna stima. So, ujui utafanya, utamwosha na maji baridi, ama utamtengeneza nywele ikiwa chafu na mmaliza 1 month, hajakuja kwa salon. So hizo ndio challenges. Plus maybe unatengeneza client, anakuambia, mimi ni pesa sina. Nilikuwa najua niko na hii amount, na wewe umeniambia hii sina. Either aende atakutumia ama aende kabisa tena. Akose kukutumia. Umetumia products, time yako.
And it's tough because there's nowhere you'll take them. Sometimes it's not easy to arrest the situation. You swallow your pride.
True.
Your business makes a loss for that day, but you keep your cool. What about you, Anthony?
Well, when the product rises, you also have to raise
the
charges. So it becomes a bit difficult to raise the charges, yet the client amezoea one price. So inakuwa big challenge for us. The other thing is, for me, the big challenge nimekuwa nayo, I've been dealing with special children. I'm a specialized, you are the special people. So by the time you umemleta to that mood ya kutengeneza. I deal with special. So imekuwa so challenge kwangu sana because I'm not specializing
in that area. But
so
you
I try. I have to try. Because he's a client at the end of the day. You are not looking him as someone different.
Do you charge them the same way you charge a normal child?
Yeah, I charge them as normal, but for them I took a lot of time. But due to the love of my work, I don't charge extra. I just charge normal.
Wow, and I think that's where now the aspect of service to humanity. I read somewhere that service to humanity is actually service to God. And so you can imagine if a parent brought in a physically challenged child, or maybe for whatever reasons they are not able to settle down.
There was this situation I went through. I was in I went to a barber. You know, for us, you can even decide to go and do haircut. You decide not to do at your workplace. So I went outside. Then there's a mom who came with a special children, child. Then all the barbers refused to shave the kid. So I felt very bad. And I said, can I do it? So then the mother was like, are you a client or you work here? I told the mother, I'm a client, but I also do this. So I did it. Then I felt very good. The mother was very happy. So I decided from that day, I never just said no to any special person. So from that day, I said I will do it. And since that day, I have many clients who are special because that lady introduced me to 3 kids.
Now, talking about challenges, your working hours. A client tells you, I am only available on Sunday, and yet that is the same time you want to go to church and have a time to hear God's word. How do you handle that?
For Sundays, maybe like morning hours, I normally go to church very early in the morning.
Yes.
For the first service. After that, I go to work because I have clients that they can't even find time to come to the salon weekdays. So I give that any chance for them on Sundays from 10 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah.
So because again, it's like we said, it's a service industry. So you do tailor sometimes your schedule to the client instead of the other way around.
Yeah, I do.
What about you, Anthony, when it came to curfew times and someone wants to come just a few hours to curfew, and you know this might cost you your freedom in way of colliding with the with the authorities?
We are all human. Sometimes you just need to explain to someone, like, it's late, I can't do it now because of this and this. If the person has, he will understand, then he will push forward. Both Sundays, I always communicate with my clients and tell them I don't work on Sundays. You communicate with clients in advance.
And for real, you don't work on Sundays?
Yes.
You don't?
Yeah, no, I don't, unless something happens.
I think I like that because we have people that from other religions that they are very strict with their time of prayer and worship. And they will even let money go because this is their time with their God.
Of course, because you have the all
Monday to
6 days to work. This is the only day you have with God. And the God is the one who gave you that strength to work the whole of that week.
That's right.
So you need to give him the time.
And I like that because many times we sort of tunapitisha yani pesa mbele ya Mungu, which is not the way it should be. God has given you that energy, that strength to work, and so you should give him.
And it's only one day.
It's only one day. And sometimes he doesn't even ask for much because if you so choose to work because after 10 o'clock you have a client, God will not punish you for that. No. But for those that are deeply, deeply committed, they'll be like, today, I'm not doing that. Now, it's interesting you mentioned Karen because the high-end clientele are very different from the other types of clientele. And the truth is, in life, we are different.
We are different,
In that place where you're located, where would you classify your clients? I don't want to assume.
In terms of class, that's a very VIP class. You can even include VVPIP class.
Wow.
Because I have a lot of government clients.
Names withheld.
Yes. Yes, I have some very big people.
Yes. Wow. So that's an interesting scenario because these are people you don't go just talking to them anyhow, sharing and all that. How do you deal with them? Because that's an aspect of now communication, how you communicate with their clientele.
My first, let me give you a story. There was this politician. For the first time I went to Karen, there was this politician. He's a big person in the government. So I've never shaved someone when there's someone here.
Yes.
Who's a bodyguard. I know he has a gun, and the eyes
are on you.
Yes.
That's the first time?
Yeah, that was the first time.
So why did they walk or someone directed them and told them?
Someone directed them to come, and they had that I do a good job,
Yeah.
so they came,
Yeah.
and they don't live far from where I work.
Okay.
So they came. So you see how you go to greet a politician, maybe
Yeah.
you're a member of parliament,
Yeah.
then the bodyguards are here watching you like,
Okay.
hurry up,
Yeah.
we don't have time.
Yeah.
And they are watching every movement.
Every
Even
move that-
taking a brush is with you.
That's the training.
Yeah.
That's how they've been trained.
Yes.
Oh,
See
that's
that
interesting.
moment?
I think today I feel very privileged to talk to someone who's dealt closely with those people.
Yeah.
So that means an aspect of being really careful.
Yeah, being really
And
careful.
you've reminded me something. One time, someone got an opportunity to meet President
Yes.
Bush. That time it was
Yeah.
President Bush. And they were talking later, and they were told, whatever happens, do not take your hands to the pocket. Even if we've checked your pockets, they are empty.
Yes.
Do not take your hands, do not pocket, because this is dangerous for you. You're talking with the president.
Yes.
And then I think at some point he forgot. Thank God nothing bad happened to him, but there's something that I'm picking from your discussion. When you're dealing, location of your business matters a lot.
Matters a lot.
You need to know who you're dealing with. Now, for your case, Claire, the people you deal with, I'm sure maybe you can tell us it's in Donholm, right?
Yeah.
You deal with all groups of people.
Yeah.
Would you talk about just slightly about even etiquette in terms of how to deal with clientele, lest they think you're not respecting us? How do you maintain that self-respect between you and your clients?
Okay, for me, I don't judge clients the way they dressed.
Yes.
Or how much is she or he going to give it to me.
I thought you agreed before. The charges.
Yeah,
you
because
agreed before.
you see, there is a client who can come, yani unaona venye anakaa, maybe ametembea, amechoka. Na mtu kama huyo, mtu anaweza ona, hapana, huyu siwezi.
Judge the client by the
Yeah, kuna hiyo pia. So mtu kama huyo, mi uchukulia, huyu ni client, ametoka far, amekuja hii place niko.
Yeah.
Hata kama ni 50 bob, hiyo ni pesa.
Yeah.
Sitamjudge.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting, I like that attitude. Reason being, you might actually judge a person based on how they look,
Yes.
not knowing that this person will bring you 20, 50 clients in the future.
True.
Reason being, they will introduce you to Anthony will bring 10. They'll introduce you to Rose will bring you 20.
True.
So it's good to look at all clients the same.
Yeah.
And probably that you should address the people in the industry that size up customers, because that's a common feature in the hair industry. If I walk in with gold and all, everybody wants to rush to my side. If I walk in looking funny,
with sandals,
nobody is interested. So please talk to the audience and tell them, especially when you are at the same industry, how they should treat their clients.
Okay, guys, my fellow hairstylist, please, angalia client mwenye anaingia kwako. Once ameingia hapo hivyo, hiyo ni client wako. Either ako nayo ama hana, usimjudge. Juu si lazima uingie kwa pocket yake ujue ako na nini. Once amekuja, mfanyie service, akulipe yenye nakulipa, hata kama ni kidogo muongee. Ukiongea na yeye, next time ata improve kama hakuwa nayo. Because kila mtu ako na shida zake. Yeah.
Thank you. Anthony, there is a young man that used to do hair very well. In fact, one day when a leading gospel artist came to Kenya, Kirk Franklin, he had the opportunity a few years ago to do his hair because he had really perfected the art. After a while, he went to South Africa and actually won that competition. I didn't even know that there is a hair cutting competition.
Yeah, nowadays our industry is being appreciated. We have even awards even here in Kenya. Like Claire has some awards.
Oh,
yeah.
You should
so
have
the industry
tell
is
us
big.
about that is cutting short.
The industry is big. We are being appreciated nowadays. It's not like hapo awali. Like the beauty side seems to be like
what she went through at the beginning, like what she shared.
Nowadays, they appreciate beauty. We appreciate beauty because, like for me, I have a family, I have a kid, I have a wife.
Yeah.
but they all get the meal from them in the industry.
Yes.
I pay my rent. I'm
Yeah.
okay. I have a family.
Yeah.
My father and my dad, they get the little they get is from this
Your
industry.
mom and dad.
Yes, it's from this industry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So in other words, you're encouraging a young person somewhere that don't be choosy.
Don't be choosy.
If you have a passion for hair,
Do it,
Just
even if
do
it's even if it's to do anything. Not even the part of the hair only. Even if you have a passion of selling peanuts, go for it.
thank you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
In other words, usichague.
Don't
Yeah,
choose.
mchagua
Don't
jembe
Chagua
si
jembe
si
si
same
mkulima.
kulima.
Yes.
Yeah, otherwise, it's really an honor. Thank you so much for coming to the show. And I want to believe that even the audience that's watching has a better understanding that your job sometimes can be stressful and they don't have to vent on you when sometimes things go wrong.
Yeah.
And also the hairstylists that have been watching, they have learned something. And maybe I'll give you just a minute to say one last thing to the audience that's watching on matters of hair and beauty, generally speaking. And tell us about your award, by the way, in a minute. As you tell us about the award and then the part in short.
Okay, I'm a hairstylist by profession. On this industry,
The award you got?
the award I got is for dreadlocks. Yeah,
Or you won? Or you got the award for making the best?
yeah,
Or
The
the best on
in
hair
Kenya.
on dreadlocks
in Kenya?
Yeah.
Wow, I think we'll check you out. Are you on Facebook or Instagram?
I'm on Facebook as Claire Madada. The salon is Kralox Hair and Beauty. Yeah,
In Donholm?
yeah,
All right. Claire Madada,
Yeah.
Instagram.
yeah.
Okay, we'll check you out. So now, congratulations, first of all, for that award.
Thank
I think that's really great, considering Kenya, we have thousands of hairstylists. And your parting shot in just 1 minute?
Let's work together.
Yeah.
This industry is too big.
Yeah.
You cannot even like do hair. You can learn how to deal with face.
Yes.
Maybe this what is this
Manicure,
called?
pedicure.
Yeah, all of them.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Anthony, what's your parting shot?
My parting shot to all youth outside there is just have two rules in life. One is use your common sense,
Yes.
and the second one, don't forget rule number 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Use your common sense.
Yes.
And number 2, don't forget rule number 1.
Yes.
And my parting shot is from the book of Proverbs 29:22. I believe that says, show me a man of excellence, and I will show you a man that will stand before kings and not mere men. I remember the one man that used to do our late President Moi's hair for a long, long time. What took him there was his ability to excel. You don't know how far God may take you with this gift, so let us excel in whatever God has gifted us to do. If God has given you that gift of beautifying people, do it to your very best. Like he said, if God has given you the gift of selling, you're a marketer, whatever it is you're selling, sell it so well that people will prefer to buy from you. And with that, we come to the end of Sister Talk. Join us next week, same time, same place. The Lord bless you.